So I'm also making today a creamy potato soup. I'm not very good at cleaning my burners. I don't know how, so if anybody has tips on that, that would be great. That's not something that I'm good at. I just need to buy new ones, I guess. But I am going to put thyme in it. So I have some dried thyme, and I usually grind it in my hand a little while thinking about its properties. Thyme is incredibly healing for when you have cold and flu. It is very powerful for the lungs and healing the lungs, which means it also helps support grief. It helps you through a grieving process. It offers courage and love, prosperity, purity, healing. It's ruled by Venus and the sign Gemini, and we're going to be going into a lot of Gemini element here, and it's an air element plant. So I'm just going to sprinkle that in here. I don't know if you can see it. And with the intent, as I turn it, of switches. Yes. So I have the intention of, since I'm working with the new moon energy still, look at that skin. I'll pick out whatever doesn't blend back in because that's gross to me. But I like to add different herbs with intention. And sometimes I use different herbs, sometimes I use a blend. But I like to think about what its properties are so that I'm raising my vibration to that. Because my water, my vibration, is connecting with the food as I cook it. So if I'm working with the new moon in Taurus, it's also ruled by Venus. And Venus properties, again, are the love and romance and also abundance. Then I can think about that while using an herb that's also related to Venus that I think will also taste good in my soup. So it's not done yet. I still have to blend half of it to make it creamier and get any of this skin out from it boiling, and because I don't like that. And then I will add a little sour cream and some shredded cheese just to make it a little extra delicious. And I made it gluten-free because that seems to be my trigger, is gluten. So I'm excited to try it, but I wanted to share with you some of my little idiosyncrasies that I do in the kitchen when I'm cooking and creating intentions for the family, especially when I'm cooking for other people, or if they're not feeling well and I'm making a soup for someone else. I'm really mindful about what I'm putting in there and the intention. If I don't feel good, my vibration is low, I try to avoid cooking altogether because I don't want to infuse my icky feelings, my low vibration into the food, because other people are going to consume that and it's going to alter their cells and their vibration. So I try to be really mindful about that. So that's a little fun with the herb thyme. So this is about the time that I taste my soup and see how it tastes. And I only dip it once because that's gross. I added the steam and some sharp cheddar cheese, and I had it simmering on low. And this is a creamy potato soup, but I like a little more spice, and so does my family. We actually all like a lot of spicy foods, so I'm going to add some cayenne in there. And cayenne has its own healing properties. A lot of times it's believed that when it's used in a detox, it can help the cardiovascular system. It also has been proven to be a digestive aid. It helps with heartburn, hemorrhoids, gout, inflammation in the body. And cayenne is a wonderfully healing spice. So I use that a lot in my cooking because we all need some anti-inflammatory help once in a while. But anyway, you can make a creamy potato soup that's vegan, which I have done before, and it's just as good. I did use lactose-free cheese in this to kind of ease up on the dairy a little bit. But you can find recipes for making your own vegan sour cream. You can also purchase vegan cheese or make your own of that as well. And you can use nut milks. You can make your own nut milk or oat milk at home, and you can look that up, or you can buy a nut milk to add to the creaminess. And another thing that is helpful with that nutty, cheesy flavor is nutritional yeast. That adds that nutty flavor if you want something to be more vegan, or you want to add that cheesy, nutty taste to something without the cheese. So I hope that this was helpful to you in how you can introduce spices and their healing and magical properties into your foods.